Okay, I'm gonna give you 5 tips and tricks to help you make the most out of your Herbalife weight loss plan. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and thank you for being a member here at the channel. This is a special video for you. My name is Jean and I am the owner and creator of Authentic Energy channel. Whether if you've been following me for some time or you're brand new here, I am so happy you're here. Okay, so this is a special for you guys only, and I want you guys to take close note of this video because all these tricks are gonna help you with your weight loss journey. Okay, so but firstly, before I jump in, I want to make sure that you guys have the basic package for weight loss first. Okay, if you don't have your weight loss package with Herbalife, you can get them from the link in the description. Okay, you can get them from me and you for sure will receive a meal plan from me as well. Okay, and plus these tricks I'm gonna show you in this video, you're definitely gonna see some results and progress. Okay, so make sure that you have the basic set. That's the aloe vera, the herbal tea concentrate, and the 4-in-1 shake plus the protein. Okay, so whether if you have the PPP or the protein drink mix, I recommend protein drink mix because you get more. And of course, unless you don't like the flavor, you want something that's totally tasteless, you can go for your PPP, personalized protein powder. Okay, this is the fundamental, the basic of the basic. And of course, if you want something more advanced, you can add like probiotics, total control, you can add a few other, you know, like boosters on top of that, things like the fiber or you know, the snack defense or mineral complex, you know, cellulose, right? Those I also highly recommend. But of course, it really depends on your personal, your body needs and your weight loss goal, right? So it's different for everyone. And if you don't know like what package you need, you can actually fill out this free wellness evaluation form here and, you know, give me all the basic details. I can actually suggest to you what will be the best package for you to get started. Okay, but make sure before you watch this video you at least have the aloe tea shake and the protein on hand. Okay, so trick number 1, the tip number 1 is do your double cleanse in the morning. So you know how we have the basic cleanse, you know, boost and also nutrition, right? The 3 steps, the aloe, the tea, and the shake. But instead of doing, you know, like the separate 3 steps, why don't you do like a 1 liter, right? I've made a video about this before. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Why don't you do like a 1 liter cleansing first? That's what I mean by double the cleanse. Okay, so the 1 liter water, you get yourself a warm 1 liter water and put your aloe vera in there, put your tea in there, like the normal dosage, like 3 caps and half a teaspoon of your tea in there, right? Shake it up. It will work the best if you can add the fiber, the fiber active complex in there too, plus probiotics. Okay, so this becomes like what they call the jet drink. Okay, and it's like a big cocktail, right? I know it's a bit of a shock for a lot of people to drink this much in the morning, but if you do want to see the result, this is what I recommend, and it works like magic. Especially those of you that have, you know, some digestion issues, bloating issues, and you kind of feel like constipated a lot, this will really help you, right? So this 1 liter, I call it double cleanse, right? You down this in one go, right? Before you take your shake. So drink this first and then you take your shake, right? So for the details of how to make it, you can check out the video that I made before, but just remember, if you do that instead of the 1, 2, 3, right, you will actually start to see result a lot faster. Okay, now tip number 2 is you gotta know your protein number. Okay, I cannot emphasize this anymore because so many people just don't listen. Okay, or they really don't know the importance of eating protein and eating the right amount of protein to help with the weight loss goals. So, you know, as a result, most people don't follow. Even I give it in the meal plan too, right? But of course, it's not for first timer. If you're a absolute beginner with Herbalife products, then, you know, you may not actually get it right away, but that's okay. You know, give yourself like a month or 3 weeks to get used to the breakfast routine first, and then you can look into monitoring your daily protein intake. Okay, so knowing your protein, meaning that you need to know how many grams of protein that you need to take in total in a day in order to help you with your, you know, weight loss progress. Right, so if you don't know your number, you can reach out to me, give me some basic data, and I can calculate it for you. But of course, if you're already my client, okay, on Herbalife, then I I usually give you a table, or I give you a number based on your current, like lean muscle mass, or based on your current weight and your height. I can give you, like roughly a number to follow, whether it's like 100 grams, 120 grams. It's different for everybody, okay? Don't copy your neighbors or your friends, protein number, right? Because everybody's different. And also, it depends on your own like lifestyle choice as well. Maybe you do need 110 grams of protein in a day, but because of your lifestyle and because you are new to this, maybe I'll reduce it to 100 grams first, okay? Maybe 90 grams. And you get your protein from various sources, not just from the Herbalife shakes, right? But also you get your protein from your snacks, okay? And also from the food that you take. And yes, Herbalife protein snacks can really be a good source of protein boost for you too. Okay, so you gotta know your protein. If you follow your protein number like as accurately as you can every day, you will see a faster result than your neighbor. Okay, now tip number 3, okay, do your herbal tea twice a day. Okay, twice a day meaning, okay, apart from your breakfast tea, okay, so you have to take your Herbalife tea in the morning as part of your breakfast routine, right? But also apart from the breakfast, you also make yourself 2 like 1 liter jugs of herbal tea and drink all of that in the morning, and then you take another one in the afternoon, exactly 1 liter as well. Now, like how much tea do you put into each of the 1 liter bottle? I'll say, about, it's up to you, right? Depending on how your body can, take caffeine, tea caffeine, right? So some people would put like 1 whole teaspoon. Some people would do like half a teaspoon. So depending on, yourself, right? But personally, like I would actually probably do just half a teaspoon because I don't want to overload myself with too much tea. So I'll probably personally choose to do half a teaspoon, in 1 liter. And you can also add some aloe in there as well if you like, right? And this is a very popular practice. I don't know, how many people have heard of it before, but in Asia, a lot of people like to follow this kind of like, tip and trick just to carry like this 1 liter tea bottle all day long. And, basically 1 for the morning, 1 for the afternoon. So they can, drink tea, like wherever they go. And, the good thing about the tea is that the tea really helps your body, boost your metabolism, right? So, when your metabolism, is faster, your body actually burns more calories. Okay. Just remember the tea is not a fat burner tea. It really helps your body with the metabolism and keeps you energized all day, right? So this is tip number 3. Okay, now tip number 4 is you have to know like, your order, okay, the order of eating. Okay, so I'm referring to like when you have your whole food meal, let's say lunch or dinner or lunch and dinner, right? You know how we all follow this meal guide that I've talked about many times before. When you're on the weight loss journey, you have to follow a particular meal guide from your coach, right? And the way I teach my students and my clients is that you have to do at least, like this kind of meal guide, half of it's vegetable and the other half divided by half again. You do 1/4 of your plate is filled with your protein, your high quality lean protein, and the other quarter is your carbohydrates. Okay, and when it comes to carbohydrates, especially if you're on your weight loss program, it's better to choose your complex carbs. Okay, so instead of like white bread and white noodles and your white rice, if you can do like like quinoa or brown rice or like whole grain kind of like pasta or whole grain bread, that's actually a lot better. Okay, so this is the basic that you have to follow. Now with this, like plate with the veggie, protein, and your carb, there is like a science to it. Okay, so basically what do you eat first? Okay, it's actually very important that when you choose how to eat your food in this plate, it can actually determine like how you eat mindfully, and also it can also change your appetite and also how much you take in, right? I mean, the key here is not about like taking in as little as possible. Your body needs to have balanced nutrition. Your body needs calories from the right sources of food, right? So we're not talking about skipping anything. But if you look at it, right, if you can start with eating your vegetables first, so you're taking your fiber, your phytonutrients, all the great vitamins from your vegetables first, and then you move on to your protein. Second thing you eat is your protein, and then you touch your carbs last. Okay, so a lot of times the carbs are filled with, you know, very dense with starch, right? So like for a lot of people's habit, they instinctively go to the carbs first, right? A lot of times we eat the meat and the carbs first, and then we eat the veggies last. Okay, and then, you know, like the meat and the carbs can easily fill up your tummy. But the thing is, when you're on weight loss, or even when you are not on weight loss, you still need to pay attention to how much, you know, vegetables that you're eating, right? Especially for people that are not used to eating vegetables, it is even more important that you should start with your veggies. Okay, so eat your veggies first, and eat your protein, and eat your carbs last. And you might find that a lot of times when you follow this order, you are already full after eating protein, and you're like, oh, I feel like I'm pretty full. I don't know if I can eat, you know, that much, you know, rice or eat that much noodle after this, right? So you actually end up taking in less carbohydrate. Okay, right? So because a lot of times the carbohydrate foods are higher in calories, right? So I'm not telling you guys to skip it, but I do want you to, you know, be more mindful of, you know, what your body needs, right? So a lot of times, you know, you might find that I just need a little bit of carbs in my meal, but I found that if I can have, you know, like this good adequate amount of protein plus my vegetables, you know, I'm pretty satiated. I feel really, really good already. I don't really need to have like, you know, a ton load of pasta or bread already, right? So this can actually slowly over time change the way you eat, change your eating habits as well. So try this, you know, order veggie, protein, and carbs, okay, and see how you feel. Let me know. Now, tip number 5, the last one, is drink your aloe all day. Okay, now aloe vera is very flexible. You can choose to put a bit of aloe in whatever that you're drinking, whether if it's tea or plain water or lemon water or, you know, like whatever. But the key here is to help your body cleanse and also to help your body hydrate even more. And I know for a lot of people, you know, when they're like beginners on this journey, they're not used to drinking a lot of water. They're not used to hydrating their body. So as a result, like if your body's dehydrated, if you don't have enough hydration in your body, it can also slow down your weight loss. So like one good trick is to actually add your flavor aloe vera, whether if it's like grape flavor or mango, mandarin, raspberry, cranberry flavor. Just add a cap, you know, add even just a little bit, like 10-20 ml of it into your plain water. It can actually enhance the flavor, of course. It makes your water more pleasant to drink, but also at the same time, you know, like the aloe vera goes into your body, helps you hydrate and cleanse even more. So like, you know, if you're, you know, seasoned user like me, then I just drink it all day long. Okay, I don't need to time myself. But if this is like your first time, if you're a beginner in this journey, then I'll suggest you to have a glass of aloe before you're about to start your meal, and then once you're done with your eating, have another glass of aloe vera. Okay, so this is like a good little sort of like suggestion, something that you can follow after, you know, maybe a period of time when you are very familiar with the product. Then you can start to experiment a bit more, like making your own mocktails, making your own like refreshing beverages or different things. Whatever you make, you can actually add aloe in there. Okay, but now, you know, as a beginner, remember to have a glass of aloe, maybe just 1 cap mixed with, you know, water in your standard like 300-400 ml glass, right? Have a glass of that before your meal, okay, and have a glass of aloe vera again after your meal. This can really help your body cleanse and hydrate more, okay? And trust me, this really helps. Okay, so I hope you guys like today's 5 tricks and tips on how you can get a better weight loss result when you're on Herbalife program, okay? And of course, if you guys still have any questions about this, just reach out to me, Instagram, or, you know, write them in the comment here. And just remember, these secret tricks and tips are only for you guys, you members only, okay? And you know, feel free to experiment with them. And of course, I want to hear from you guys if these tricks and tips are helpful. Okay, so thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.